Hey everyone, this is Jay, also known as jaynemesis from eToro, which is where I trade as a popular investor. You can come and copy my trades if you like. You can look at my profile and my portfolio, or you can trade on your own, or you can totally ignore me. All of those are fine, as long as you understand that this video and the comments that I make, even on eToro, actually are not financial advice. They are all my opinions. I explain what I do trading and what my strategy is, but there is no reason for you to take that on board unless you wish to. And if you do, then it is at your own risk, not mine. Apologies for missing a couple of weeks of updates. It's been super busy. I've been to Israel. I've been pushed out of the house to go and socialize. Lots of excuses with Christmas coming up. So a bit unfortunate, and I do feel kind of bad for not making those videos. I actually made the presentations, but never made the videos. But hey, we're here with week 50, so let's press ahead before I manage to neglect this one as well. So this week, top news for this week: the CME and CBOE Bitcoin futures markets have started trading with pretty low volume actually. We'll discuss that a bit later. All-time highs for cryptos yet again, pretty much across the board. Everything throughout, the top 10, top 20, top 30 cryptocurrencies have all been pushing to new all-time highs. The stock markets have recovered from the slump that they faced a couple of weeks ago, which is great news. Corrections are always healthy, but it's nice to see it recover. And AMD have partnered with Qualcomm, which I will discuss later on. Weekly stats for this week. So we've hit a pretty nice high number this week. 12.17% realized profit. The past 3 weeks have all been crazy. 67 trades closed in total. So crypto news. Ripple has surged by 280%. That's huge, absolutely massive. And the reason that a lot of people are giving for this is based on Coinbase and Amazon's rumors. First of all, I'll talk about Ripple's performance over the past 12 months or so. So Ripple had a really nice surge at the start of the year, which actually, really was a momentous move, similar to the kind of scale of this one. But realistically, since then, it's kind of just bounced between this range throughout the year, between 20 cents and 30 cents or so. So it was kind of, it was looking a bit undervalued, and it was looking like it needed a bit of a rally, but even I wasn't expecting it to be quite this much. The reasons that have been given are Coinbase and Amazon. So Coinbase first. So Coinbase, as most of you know, don't offer very many cryptocurrencies at all, but they are by far the largest exchange in cryptocurrency and the easiest to use probably. And there's been a lot of speculation that Ripple will be the next currency added. It's not really based off anything. There are a couple of screenshots, but as hopefully you guys are aware, screenshots are very easy to manipulate and fake basically, and that's what I actually suspect it is. Ripple have refused to suggest if they are or are not being listed, as have Coinbase. So there's no real hard evidence about this. But that being said, I think Ripple probably are the next in line to be added, to be honest. I think Ripple, Dash, maybe Nem. There's a few that could be listed soon that have substantial market caps and probably meet the requirements that Coinbase have to be listed. But any sort of speculation of it's happening next month or it's happening in 6 months is honestly a bit of a guessing game. With regards to rumors around Amazon using Ripple or partnering with Ripple for payments for cryptocurrencies, I think this is extremely unlikely, especially at the moment, like for the next year or so, definitely. Amazon are very keen on having their structured walled garden that they've built for themselves with their own ecosystem inside it, and I don't see them wanting to share that or open that up, to be honest, anytime soon. I think when they do it, they'll probably create their own currency of some sort specifically for Amazon. So next news, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash hit all-time highs again. Ethereum Classic as well. Pretty much every cryptocurrency has hit a new all-time high. Dash and Ethereum are pretty much bang on my targets for the end of the year, which is nice. Litecoin, I said about a week ago that they were undervalued at $100, and wow, boy do I feel like I should have listened to myself more on that one, because they've had a momentous rise of well over 300%. in that time. So pretty amazing rally for the altcoin market. Bitcoin stayed a little bit quiet. And that's primarily because of our next news piece, which is the futures markets that launched on Bitcoin. A lot of people, including myself, expected there to be some pretty heavy shorts coming out, but realistically, the volume has remained pretty low, lower than pretty much every other exchange actually in terms of volume. So really, it hasn't been that much of an effect really. It's a little bit of a non-event. We've seen even Goldman Sachs, who I thought would be probably the most bullish out of the big traders out there, have not really actually been doing very much with these markets yet so far. I think we'll slowly see them kind of find their way into the market, and they will begin to have an effect at some point. But for the time being, I'm pretty happy about this, and I think most Bitcoiners and crypto traders are as well, to be honest. We didn't get the volatility, which is a bit of a shame because volatility is nice for making some quick, easy profits. But it's nice to have a bit more stability in the price, and it's nice to have a slightly quieter period in Bitcoin. Although that being said, Bitcoin actually hit 20,000 just before the latest futures market launched. Stock news. So, where do we start? AMD and Qualcomm. So they've actually worked together quite a lot in the past, and I've traded Qualcomm, and I'm probably going to buy some shares of Qualcomm actually soon as their 5G tech is coming along quite nicely. Basically, AMD have partnered with them for always connected internet devices, such as tablets and laptops, basically small form factor stuff. But yeah, pretty interesting. Nothing super exciting, but basically AMD's giving the CPUs, Qualcomm are giving the modems. They're playing nicely together. That's about it, really. Still some good news. We've seen AMD rally off the back of that by a decent amount as well. Tesla pre-orders for the semi-truck have been rolling in. This is obviously amazing news. We've seen PepsiCo put in an order of 100 of these things. Remember, these orders are not refundable as well. So this is very, very good news for Tesla, who have been struggling with their Model 3 production, to put it lightly. Their share price has recovered quite a bit based off of this. Honestly, I was super impressed with the semi-truck launch, as I've mentioned multiple times. And it's nice to see companies like Walmart and DHL and Pepsi and all these others getting involved in this and really kind of bring this on board. I think some of them are a bit more cautious than others, but Pepsi, I think, is one of the larger orders that I've seen. But in total, I think they're well over 1,000 orders now, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. The markets have recovered following the slump just after Q3. So this is nice. I think the correction was somewhat welcome, to be honest. Obviously, it wasn't great timing because we had that correction really hurt a lot of traders. Wesley suffered quite badly from that with a lot of 2x leverage positions open. I got away pretty lightly actually, but generally speaking, I'm still happy to see a correction like that. It keeps the market healthy, keeps people in check, make sure that we're not all being too greedy. Garmin has has gone the other way. So Garmin has actually dipped a bit. It's just hit around $60 a share, which is pretty much the highest it's been for 3 years now. And it's a strong resistance level. So I was kind of expecting a bounce off. I should have been a little bit less greedy in how many positions I had open. But I'm still very bullish on Garmin for the long term. I think that really they've taken one end of the spectrum for wearable tech, and Apple has taken the other end really. And in the middle, you've got people like Fitbit who are just kind of getting squeezed, I think. But yes, I think Garmin are doing very well, not only in that but also in their marine and aerial stuff as well. So the statistics page, our favorite page. 67 total trades have been closed this week, and 58 of those 67 were profitable. 9 of those 67 were unprofitable. The 9 that were unprofitable were mainly AMD positions that I was closing and consolidating. So I had a lot of positions open with like $250, which is far less than 1% of my portfolio. As you can see, my average trade size is always targeted to be above 1%. So I wanted to up the size of those trades basically. So I closed a bunch, consolidated them into 1 or 2 trades, and reopened them. So we lost a little bit to the spread, but it's basically for the benefit of all of you guys copying me. to make sure that you can copy those positions without any problems. Our average trade profit is 19.17%. Average trade loss is minus 23.14. Our most traded instrument is Dash this week for the first time. It's not Bitcoin. So 16 trades, which is quite a lot. Although Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum were pretty high up there as well. Not quite that high though. And our total profit for this week, realized profit is 12.17%, which is great. Actually, more in 1 week than my actual target for the month, which is crazy. So onto our performance page where we can kind of zoom out a bit and see how we're doing. Obviously, October was a reasonably decent month. November was a great month. December is a record-breaking month for me if this keeps going. I think this is the highest month I've ever had on eToro, with just under 40% right now. And actually, as I'm recording this video, we're up a little bit more today as well. So pretty exciting, to be honest. I don't know, I don't know where it's going to end. I do think that the crypto markets are in some need of consolidation, and I think 2018 could be the year that we start to see regulators crack down on ICOs and things like that a little bit more. But overall, very, very happy with this. Nice way to close out the year. And I think, honestly, 50% is possible at this point for the end of the year, because we've still got 2 weeks left. Okay, so what are we looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Christmas. As you can see behind me, I have a Christmas tree just there. And that's my girlfriend's decorating. She's a big fan of Christmas. So obviously, while I'm away for Christmas, I will still be trading. I will still be on eToro. I'll still be, pretty active on Discord and things like that for those of you that are on there. But I won't be streaming during that period. So my next stream, I think, is scheduled for the 29th of December. The Bitcoin futures should start to grow, and this could bring stability. It could bring a lot of shorting to the markets. It'll be interesting to see how it unfolds. So far, it's been quite quiet, as I mentioned earlier. But I definitely think that we'll start to see a bigger impact from those going forward. And of course, let's not forget that next year we've got the NASDAQ coming. So that will be big. That will be very big. Q4 earnings is approaching. So AMD is the one that I'm looking at the most for that. Obviously, they gave some guidance during their last earnings report that they didn't expect Q4 to be very good for them. But I disagree, actually. I don't think it'll be good for them. I think it'll be better than they think it'll be. So hopefully we can see a little bit of a rally in AMD. And of course, I am working on a year in review video. Obviously, this year has been an insane journey for me from, 10 copiers roughly, or 20 copiers, whatever it was, all the way up to almost 15,000 where I am now. And eToro has grown alongside me, as has the community, to be honest. And you guys have been more and more engaged, which is super, super cool. So I figured I'd do a video about it that I'll probably record over Christmas. But yes, so that's what I'm looking forward to. That's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, same as always. Looking at making them more regularly. I'm so apologetic for how bad I've been at keeping up on these. I'm actually about to stream in a minute, so I need to end this video and go and upload it onto YouTube. You can see here my Twitch, my Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and of course eToro. Please follow me or subscribe to me or whatever it is that you need to do on those different platforms. It will be much appreciated, and of course it means that you can keep up to date with these videos a little bit more easily. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next week.